Good morning, children. How are you all? And a very happy new year to you all. Okay, so today we are not learning any other subject. I'm just giving you all just on transportation, a small explanation on transportation, which we'll call it as a general knowledge. And this is linked to your English and EVS chapters, which you all have for second standard and all that. So first standard and second standard, you have various chapters which is regarding transportation. So let's first learn what is transportation and different types of transportation. So here I have given your, what is transportation? Transportation means traveling from one place to another, means which you, any vehicles or something which you all, which takes you all from one place to another. Okay, that is transportation. So there are different types of transportation, different ways or types of transportation. What are those? Is what we are going to learn now. So first is the roadways. Now what is roadways? Roadways is vehicles which carry us or the goods from one place to another on the road, which travels on the road. Like for instance, I have few vehicles which goes on the road. This is a car. A car is called also four-wheeler because it's got four wheels. A car takes you from one place to another. So this is basically a taxi. What is this? Taxi, where you can hire. It's not your own car. You will go and you will pay the taxi driver for taking you from one place to another. So this is another means of road transport, that is a car which could be your own. This is a car which has got four wheels, so it's a four-wheeler. And then I have a bus. Bus is another means of road transport which carries passengers from one place to another place. Okay, that's bus. It has buses come from 6 to 8 wheels. Okay, bus. And then okay, I have a van. What is this? Van. Van also can be your private van or hired, which will take you all on the road. And then another mean of road transport is jeep. Jeep. Yes, jeeps are mainly used especially when you all travel within the forest areas where the roads are not even, rocky areas. So they are very safe, easy to carry all. And then we also have two-wheelers, that's scooter, bike. This is a scooter. Scooter, most of us have two-wheelers at home, right? The scooter, bike, moped, all that. That is another mean of road transport. And then we have, most of our children like, most of you all like, right? Cycle. It's got two wheels. This cycle has two wheels, so it's called bicycle. It's got two wheels, a bicycle. And small children also ride a cycle which has got three wheels. Okay, there's a tricycle, there's a bicycle, two wheels. Cycle. And then this is a motorcycle. It's your motorcycle, moped, bike, whatever. And then we also have three-wheelers. What are the three-wheelers? Autos. So we hire auto rickshaws to travel, right? You have auto rickshaws on the road which takes you all from one place to another. Okay, so they're called auto rickshaws and they have three wheels. And then when you all fall sick and somebody is sick at home and you're not able to take them to the hospital, they're not able to get up and walk. They can't sit on the bike, they can't get into the auto or your car, then you call something called the ambulance. Ambulance come from the hospital. They have a stretcher in which your patient is laid and they carry them and take them to the hospital and they leave them back home if they're still not able to walk. So this is an ambulance. An ambulance. And there's another mean of road transport, that is your tank. Tank which is used in the battlefield, in the wars. You all have seen in the movies and all, right? In the war field. So there's a tankers. You will have seen near the defense areas in Bangalore where military quarters and all are there. You would have seen some model of this tanks being built outside the residential areas or the military areas. So you will find this in the movies everywhere. Tank. And then we have another road transport which has been used from ages when we had no other means of transports, no other vehicles. This was one of the a popular vehicle which was used mostly in the olden days. Even now in the villages you will find the bullock cart. Bullock cart has two wheels, it's a two-wheeler, but then it's pulled by the bulls, so it's called bullock carts. Even this helps to carry the farmers usually carry the grains, everything. They put it on the bullock cart and take from one place to another place, from their field to market, everything. They use the bullock carts in the villages. Okay, bullock cart. And we also have big vehicles which will carry more goods, not people but goods, like bus, car, auto rickshaws, carries people from one place to another. There are other vehicles which are called the trucks, which carry goods, other things which are too much, which needs lot of place, like lot of things which has to be carried from one place to another place. Then we use trucks. Okay, so trucks are used to carry goods. So that is roadways. So we have the examples of roadways: car, okay, then truck, you all have to start writing in cursive. Cars and trucks are few examples of roadways. Next is the airways. What is air? When the vehicle moves in the air, when it flies, is the airways. That's nothing but your aeroplanes. When you want to go to far away, like buses and trucks and all, they take you all to few kilometers, to some extent, some distance. But then when you have to go to a place where there are no roads made, you have to go faster and to a far away distance, then you use airways, aeroplanes. So airways, where there are no roads, you will have mountains and seas and rivers, but you will not be able to go on car or what you call buses, where you want to reach much faster. The fastest transport is airways. You will go to really far away distances in a very short time. So airways will not only take you all within the city or within the country, you can travel out of the country. You can go to foreign countries as well with the help of airways. So different means of transport, that is airways. Aeroplane. Aeroplane takes you all from to a longer distance at a shorter time. And then a few more examples of airways. What is this? This is helicopter. Helicopter will help you all to see, cover the distance, fly in the sky, but it can also be stagnant in the sky and midway, so that you all can have a view of the land from the sky. So this will not go too high like an aeroplane, nor will it go very faster than aeroplane, but it does take you all much faster than the bus and all that. Okay, this is helicopter, which will take only few people. It will not take many people, but it's also an airways, example of airways. Another example of airways is the balloons, parachutes, hot balloon, parachutes here. So when you're coming from one distance to another distance in the sky, your parachutes help you. And next is the rocket. So rockets, it is usually used to launch the spaceships, satellites in the sky, in the space. So even people travel from Earth if they want to go to the space. How do they go? They go with the help of the rockets. Okay, so these are examples of airways, in which you all will travel in the sky. You all will be flying, right, in the vehicle. So that's airways. So let's write examples of airways will be I'll just show you all. Aeroplanes and your rockets, airplanes, rocket. Okay, so the next Type of transport. So we have learned about roadways. Examples will be car, truck, bicycles, buses, etc. Airways will be airplane, rocket, etc. Next we are going to waterways. There are no roads to go, but this vast sea, ocean, so much of water that you can't go by bus. So what will you use if you have to go from one island to another island? It may be a short distance or it could be a long distance, but you need some vehicle that will go on the water, and that's your waterways. Ship takes you all from, usually from one country to another country. International ship borders we have. Okay, so that will take on the water, not on the road, not in the sky, but on the water also. Some people want to travel, right? It will be not as fast as aeroplane. It will be slow because you cannot go with full speed on the water. So these are ship which will carry people, many people. They are huge ships which carry a lot of people from one place to another, maybe from country to country. Then we have these ferry which also looks like a ship but little smaller than that. This is usually travels within the island places, like the very domestic, from one island to another island, which is from one coast to another coast, very close by. Okay, and then the boat, where it will help you to cross the rivers, right? Rivers and lakes, when you all go for boating, all this, it's a boat. And this is a submarine. Submarine is traveling underwater. The ship, the boat, the ferry, the cruise, all that takes you all over the water, on the water. This will be a submarine which goes under the water to check if you all want to see the whatever is under the water. We want to find, people go diving, they use the submarine to see the fishes underwater, right? So this is submarine, which is an example of your waterways. So ship, boat, etc. So etc. means there are many more. It doesn't stop here. Okay. So cars and trucks, etc. Aeroplane and rockets. Then for waterways, ships, boats, etc. So you will have ship, boats, submarine, cruise, ferry, and all that. Next, the last type of transport is railways. What are railways? All of us know when we travel out of station, okay, and where you want to comfortably sit or lie down, sleep and go, that is your train. You all take a train, right? In the bus you cannot lie down. In the car you can't stretch your legs and sit. So what you do, you want some comfortable way of transport from one station to another station, from Bangalore to Tamil. You want to go to Chennai, you want to go to Bombay, you still can go by railways. You can offer airways which are more expensive. People cannot afford, everybody can afford airways, right? They're too expensive. And roadways, you have to travel by bus and car, and which is not comfortable. Then you opt for railways, which are not as fast as roadways probably, but then it is cheaper mean of transport, so that you all can sit comfortably and go at lesser cost when compared to airways. So that's one of the vehicle which will take you on the rails. Rails are these rails are those rails which are made where the trains go on. The trains have metal wheels, it cannot go on the road. So it has to go on the metal rails which are laid for trains to move on. So those are called rails. So railways, the train goes on the rail, it's called railways. So train is one of the example of railways. Then you have a different kind of train. What is that? Metro trains, right? They are also called underground. Some metros we have in Bangalore, you all will see over like a bridge on the like a flyover. And some metros go underground, the new kind of transportation. It's coming up in Bangalore also, you all will find very soon. where the railway or the rails are laid underground, so you will not see outside the train is moving. It will be underground. The railway stations will be made under the ground. So that's called the railways. Okay, metro rails or underground train. So railways, trains, and we also have some goods trains which will carry not just the people or passengers but also goods, and there are trains which carry petrols and all that from one state to another state or from one place to another place. Okay, so trains are one of those examples. Metros, etc. Okay, so these are the different type of transportation. Number 1, roadways. Second, airways, waterways and railways. So these are 4 types of transportation. Children, I want you all to copy this whole thing in your rough book or a revision book, because you all don't have a GK notebook. So write this in your rough book or a revision book. This will help you all understand your other lessons in EVS and English lessons. So types of transport: roadways, you have car, truck and many other vehicles. Airways are the vehicles which move in the air, aeroplane, rocket, etc. Waterways are the vehicles which carry people and goods on water, that's ship, boat, cruise, etc. Railways are the vehicles which go on the rail, not on the road, that's trains and metro trains, engine, goods vehicles, etc. Okay, so learn this, it will help you all in the other lessons. Okay, thank you children, bye bye.